大家好，很高兴今天在我们新闻节目的现场邀请到的新闻人物是洛县地区检察长的候选人 David Milton 来接受我们的专访。他有36年法官的经验，我们先来请他做自我介绍。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge David Milton, and I dedicated 36 years to public service, 24 years as a judge of the Los Angeles Superior Court, and 12 years as a prosecutor. But I want to share with you some of my personal life. I'm from humble beginnings. I grew up in Indianapolis in the 60s and the 70s when the country was fairly racially tense. However, I was raised in a Judeo-Christian family. So the combination of that has caused me to be the man that I am. I'm very sensitive to injustices. I'm from a military family. Our family was very patriotic. We served every branch of the government.
我们很想知道为什么您要出来参选这次的洛杉矶县检察长的职务。
I'm hoping I can get the attention of the Chinese community. My family is Chinese in part. My wife is Chinese. My children are half Chinese. And I believe the Chinese community is being underserved by the government because the Chinese community's reluctance to fully participate in the electoral process. And it's my goal to get that participation. And the way to do that is I must persuade the Chinese community that they must register to vote. They must engage in this process, or they will continue to be underserved by the government.
接下来想要请教您的是，到底大家应该要怎么样登记，能够成为选民，投出自己神圣的一票？
I need your support. The members of the Chinese community must register to vote. Do not hesitate to do that. Go to lavote.gov, follow the steps, and cast your ballot. Your vote really matters. Do not be shy. Please don't be shy. We need to make sure the government addresses your interests.
在整个的加州，目前充斥着 smash and grab 的问题，到底我们应该要怎么样的解决？您的看法是什么？
Well, I agree with you 100%. Smash and grab is occurring. It began, as a matter of fact, in theft-related events in the mom-and-pop stores. And it spread to freestanding businesses like the Targets and the other freestanding retailers, and now it's spread to large shopping malls. The Chinese community is hit particularly hard because the Chinese community, oftentimes they're viewed or perceived as targets. Criminals don't perceive the Chinese community as a real threat. They believe that the Chinese will just not report it. And this is what happens in many cases. And in addition to that, DA Gascon has always refused to charge them as burglary or robbery. Instead, he files no charges or misdemeanors only. And now he's feeling the pressure to file the appropriate charges. Yesterday, on February 1st, because of the LA County Sheriff's Department, along with the LAPD, they formed a task force. Then there's been press coverage. In the upcoming election, during the press conference yesterday, he indicated he will file the appropriate charges for burglary and robbery, but we shall see. I'm sure he will try to do that because the election is right around the corner. But don't let his tactics deceive you. If he's reelected as DA, he will go back to not filing the appropriate charges and releasing people on misdemeanors without consequence.
最后，我想要请教您的是，到底希望整个的华人社区要怎么样来支持这次您的筹款跟义工的部署行动？
I desperately need the support of the Chinese community. I have my deepest gratitude toward this sponsoring station to give me the opportunity to address the Chinese community. I need your support. If you can contribute anything, any amount, it would help. You could go to miltonforda.com and donate any amount. Even if you think it's a small amount, it would help. Advertising is expensive, and I need to get the word out that I am the only Republican in this contest. I believe in the Republican principles. I'm fair-minded. I'm law and order, and I will support your interests. The Chinese community, you need a district attorney like me to look at those things like the hate crimes, which Gascon refuses to file. And you probably ask, well, what is a hate crime? Well, it's any criminal activity toward a group of people based on their race or ethnicity or their religion or their gender. They commit, the purpose for the crime, the motivation for the crime is because of that. Let's say you're a Chinese citizen and someone commits a felony against you, an assault, for instance, and they do that just because you're Chinese. I will stop that, but Gascon will not file those charges. Thank you for all you viewers and the Chinese community for giving me the opportunity to enter your home or your listening device, and your support, which is very critical to a successful election as district attorney. Thank you so much.
非常谢谢大家今天的收看，我们下次见。